Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 17, Episode 1. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted shows, reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Before I get into this review, I have some things to discuss about Portia. Now, since I have not done this a review Real Housewives of Atlanta since season 14. A lot has happened, like Portia getting married and getting divorced. And I have some questions. Like, one, in my opinion, Portia didn't do her due diligence in scoping out who Simon really was. Because had she noticed how Fallon was so ready to get up out of this relationship without so much as a fight, should have shown that something ain't really right. Now, granted, it does seem like she has somebody just waiting on her for when the day she did get out of this relationship. But if Simon was this good of a provider, good of a husband, good of a father, you would have thought that Fallon would have, I don't know, wanted to fight for that. And if he was this good of a person, he wouldn't be leaving his wife for somebody else. And Portia didn't see all these things. It's looking like she's seeing the life that Fallon portrayed to be living, and she wanted that life for herself. And it's seeming like all those things may have been a lie. Now, from what I understand, and I could be wrong, and this is where I need y'all help, it seems like that Simon has alleged to have been a scammer and alleged to have had different aliases. If this is so, and he used one of these aliases, he's alleged to use one of these aliases to marry Portia, does that mean that their marriage is null and void? Does that mean that he does not have to adhere to their prenup agreement because that's not actually who he is? I just have some questions. Another thing, I think it was stupid for Portia to get rid of two good jobs working for Real Housewives of Atlanta and her job on Dish Nation to get married to Simon. Now, if it had been me and you want me to quit my job where I'm making this good money and you supposed to have all this money, I'm going to need you to give me a lump sum of the money that I would be making yearly, and I need 10 years of my salary up front before I decide to quit these good jobs. So just in case things don't work out, I am cushioned until I can get myself back into these jobs. Portia didn't do these things, and here we are now. So my question, I'm just wondering, how does this divorce work when it's seeming like he was alleged to be out here with different aliases, and it's seeming like it's alleged that he is a scammer? Y'all let me know. We opened up this season with somebody walking on the scene with an 84-inch ponytail. And my first thought was, is this Portia? Because that just seemed like something they would do. Have Portia opening up the season, looking on all the clips of, what is to happen and what has happened. But no, it is Cynthia with this 84-inch ponytail and looking like she got a little too much filler going on with me. I don't know where this came from, where like some ladies are getting this filler and it's like too much in the cheek area. And to me, it don't look right. I don't know if it's like it has not settled yet or this is the look she was going for. But this is the same thing I noticed when I was watching the America's Next Top Model documentary. Jay Manuel had a little too much filler going on to where it didn't look good. It looked too tight. It looked almost too painful. But I'm like, okay, Cynthia, she back as friend of, but why is Cynthia friend of, opening up the scene and not Portia? I was just confused about that. And that just like an 84-inch ponytail just seemed like it was doing a lot too much. Because I remember when I was doing my hair with some twist. And I made the mistake of getting 16 inches. Well, mainly because I'm short and they was almost tall as me. And the hassle it was with those 16 inches. I couldn't imagine just going around with that ponytail. Because it seemed like you was always going to sit there. Maybe it was just for the show. But it was like, that just seemed like it was being just too dramatic for you, girl. Angela has decided that whatever rumors that come up about Charles, she does not care. I heard Charles dies this year. I don't care. I heard Charles drives a Corolla. I don't care. I heard Charles likes to eat noodles. I don't care. Whatever the rumor is about Charles, she don't care. And I think that is a good attitude because you're going to be putting so much energy trying to dispel these rumors to where it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to have you all stressed out. And she ain't got time for that. And I'm like, I completely agree. But like one thing about getting on reality TV, rumors are gonna come up. People are gonna just, whether they like you or not, they're gonna say something. Oh, I remember her from 4th grade. I asked her if I could use her pencil and she said no because it was new. So now I'm gonna get out here and put some rumors about her because I'm mad. Or you don't even date somebody don't like them, so one of your faves don't like them, so now you gonna take on that anger and add on to it. It's like it's a lot, and she has realized she ain't got time for that. There's always gonna be a rumors about something, and instead of like feeding into that and getting stressed out trying to debunk all these things, I'm just gonna let it go. I do not care. I do not care. So I'm trying to be that person myself. Not so much as rumors. I'm trying to be I don't care. I'm trying to be, stress free. Because the older I get, my health is trying to do, with a 180 on me. And I'm not liking it. And I don't want to be adding no stress onto any type of situation. So I'm here for you on that one. Like, I don't care. Whatever you gotta say, if that gonna make you feel happy at night, you go ahead and do that. But I'm not gonna give you the reaction that you want, cause that's what you want, and me not giving it to you, that's just gonna make you mad. Shamia and Kelly are now BFFs. Now, before I get into that, what my hope for this season was that Shamia found a new stylist and get someone who is not having her with Chanel all over the outfit. Now, to me, it was giving off tacky. Now, this is coming from somebody who was wearing a Def Leppard shirt that I got from Sam's. This is a person that is wearing some pants that I got at Walmart. So, you can see I am not a fashion girly per se. I am all about the comfort right now. And to me, some of these high-end luxury brands don't be looking cute all the time. It's just that because this is a brand that is high-end luxury and it has this high price tag on it, people are like, well, I spent this on it. And I was like, to me personally, you spend too much money on this outfit. The outfits that Shamia was wearing last season, now I'm going to try to say this the most respectful way possible. It was given two things. It is given this actually luxury high-end brands, clothing line, but this isn't what the wealthy women wear. This is like, the not so wealthy. We gonna give y'all an option to wear, have these designs, but this is the lower end quality of what we really sell. It's giving, y'all remember on Living Single when Regine was trying to work with that dude who had this luxury store, and then he had the Le Rag Barn. It was giving that. Like, this is still ours, but it's for the people who can't really afford the luxury over here. That's what it's giving. And it's also giving, this is a knockoff brand of this luxury item, which I don't think Shamia would do, because it's what Shamia is showing us that, she and her husband got that money, so she wouldn't have to do that. It's just like, it looked like you was getting a lower quality of this high-end brand's, selection. That's what I was giving. I was like, I hope she, does not do that. But then I seen her in one of the scenes, and she had on this wig, and it was giving The Groove Is in My Heart. I'm going to try to find a picture to put it in here so you can see what I was talking about when it was given A Groove Is in the Heart. But anyway, Shamia and Kelly, they are BFFs. I'm like, it is giving that Shamia has a codependent type of personality, We know that she is a people pleaser. She said that last season, and we've seen that how it's seeming like Portia has not been the best friend to her, and Shamia has done everything she can to please Portia, and Portia is never pleased. Actually, Portia, when Shamia is like being vulnerable and hurt, Portia will turn that around to you're hurting me for doing this. So now Shamia gotta like set aside her feelings to attend to Portia, and that's one thing I didn't like. But what I do like is that Shamia has started a rum company, and this is what I say all the time. When these ladies or men get on these reality TV shows, you need to be getting out here, getting a business started, trying to partner with somebody, so you can add another stream of income in. So if you do get kicked off this show, now you have started this business, you have gotten some buzz, and you're making money this way. I don't think that you should be sitting on these reality shows and not getting something out of it, because you never know when they want to kick you off. So go down here, start businesses, do all these things, and promoting yourself while you on this show. So shout out to Shamia for starting a rum company. She's still also working with the Hawks and still doing radio. Like, her husband brings in a lot of money, and she feels that she needs to do the same thing. She don't want to just constantly take it. She want to be given too. Now it's like I understand that, but they are packing some baskets for Kelly's daughter who has started college. But some of the items that Shamia picked, I personally wouldn't have done. Like, I'm not giving no underage child no alcohol. That's just one thing I'm not going to do, because one, you shouldn't be drinking, and two, I'm not trying to go to jail because I was, giving you alcohol. She was giving the little girl condoms. Like, I understand you want her to be, safe sex and all. That one I didn't so much feel bad for, because like, I want you to be safe out here, but like giving her alcohol and all that other stuff, I just did not agree with that. I do like that it doesn't seem like this friendship between Shamia and Kelly is all about the shows, because it seems like they are going on like vacations as families together. Shamia is watching Kelly's girls, Kelly is watching Shamia's girls. So it do seem like they do have a good friendship that started on this show. I just don't want it to be that codependency that she had with Portia. So Portia is hosting a couples party. Now, Cynthia and Drew, they have virtual dates. Cynthia's boyfriend, he is out doing, I think he's like a musician. And Drew, even though she's still married to Ralph and he is still living in her basement as a filming, but I think their divorce is final, and I think he's finally up at that house, which is good for you, Drew. But like, she got a friend, and that is that friend from last season that she swore up and down that she was not dating, but it seems like that she is dating. I don't know. Shamia and Pinky, they are both late because they were waiting for Gerald, which is Shamia's husband, to fly in. He was out of town, but his flight has been rerouted to Charlotte, and he's not going to be able to make this party, which I don't think he really wanted to go anyway. He was going to do it for Shamia, but now that this flight has been, rerouted, there's nothing he can do about it, which that is one of the things that stresses me out about flying, is one, that I done sat in my seat, I done buckled up, and I'm sitting here going through, the TV to see which movie I want to play after I play my first 4 songs as we, taxiing off. And then somebody comes up like, hey, we have this, captain who needs a seat. I need you to give up your seat. I don't ever want to be that person, because I want to get to where I'm going. And I don't want to be a situation where I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be getting dragged off the plane, but I just don't want to be one of them people that they pick out. Another thing, the plane being delayed. That has happened to me twice in the 9 years that I've been flying. Yeah, I'm late to flying. I didn't start flying until 2017 to go to my little sister's graduation. The first time, our flight was delayed by like 2 hours, but that wasn't bad. Last time I flew in 2024, my flight was delayed by 7 hours. And it was that time where they was having issues with the machines at the airport. And the crazy thing is, it was faster getting through the TSA in Atlanta than it was to check my bag at the check-in station. I stood in line for like 45 minutes to check my bag. TSA took all of 5 minutes. Now that is rare in Atlanta for TSA to take 5 minutes. Only for me to get upstairs to my concourse. And there is people everywhere. When I tell you people everywhere, people were in droves just sitting on the ground. At every gate, there were people in seats and people sitting on the ground. I stood up for a good 30 minutes waiting for the people who were in line to get on the plane to never move. Then I finally was like, I'm going to just have to sit down. I don't know how, but after I was sitting down and my legs was hurting, somebody got out of a chair. I don't know how, and one smooth move, I got up and grabbed my stuff in one motion and hopped in that chair. So being delayed and stuff like that is a hassle. So, but I don't think Jared wants to go in the first place. But this is an excuse because Jared just does not seem like he want to be on the show. He'll be on like a few scenes, but like this ain't really his judge. He just, he want to sit back and let Shamia this your thing. I'll show up every once in a while, but like going to group settings, that's just not what he want to do. Y'all, I don't think I could have went to somebody's house who said my mama did something egregious. Y'all remember last season, Portia got online talking about, yo, mama did this egregious thing and all these other things. Saying this to somebody she's known since she was 16 years old, whose family, they used to be tight like glue. And now you talking about my mama did something egregious? Now, y'all, I personally know somebody who went to school with Miss Diane, and I believe they went to school with Shamia's mama. So I was trying to get, firsthand information. Like, I don't think it's first, but I wanted to get the information to see what was the beef between Portia mama, Miss Diane, and Shamia's mama, who's Mama Morton. I wanted to get the information, but this person, she told me that Miss Diane was mean and nasty when they went to school together. So I was like, I could see that, but like when they seen each other again later on in life, she acting like they was best good friends and all that other stuff. But you call my mama egregious. Now, I know that there was some talking online when the season was on last season, and it seemed like Miss Diane's daycare, something happened where she lost her daycare, and Mama Morton went in and bought the daycare for herself and, was doing that. So is it that, Mama Diane was mad that Shamia's mama came in and swooped her business? And I also heard, like, she couldn't pay her mortgage and Shamia's mama should have gave her the money to pay the mortgage. I also heard some other stories, which I don't know really what it is, but, like, what egregious thing did she do? And I'm not sure enough if you talking about my mama like that. That is one thing I don't play about is my mama. That's what you not gonna do. Then we got doggone Phaedra over here shading Shamia talking about the work she got done. And I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, it seemed like that Phaedra had some work done too. And your best good girlfriend over there, Portia, didn't have some work done. I'm pretty sure almost every lady on this cast has had some work done. Now, I am never one to judge you for getting work done. I always say, if you gonna do it right. Go to a board-certified plastic surgeon. Not just a plastic surgeon, board-certified plastic surgeon. You can't even go to a doctor, because there's doctors out here that go to a seminar over the weekend about how to do procedures. No, board-certified. And you should look at the clients that he does and the work. Because there are several ladies on different reality shows that have the same face. And you can tell that they have gone to the same doctor. Because they all didn't turn into the same person. But be careful where you go. And don't be out here trying to go on Groupons and get stuff like that done. Because you get what you pay for. And you're going to be out here looking all kind of afflicted if you didn't went to the wrong person. Make sure this person is, credible, board certified. That he's been busy, and they've been in business for quite a while, and they have a good reputation in the work that they doing. I'm just saying, but the fact that she over here shading Shamia, I was like, what has Shamia ever did to you? You the one that could almost like ruin her chance of getting married. So they're playing the game, asking questions, and the question comes to Shamia, what would you give from your past relationship that you would give to your husband? She's like, my husband, he's perfectly fine. I don't need to improve him in no other way. And I was like, good answer. Because if you had said anything else, they would have been dragging you from here to doggone 2092 about your relationship. So she's like, my man's perfectly fine. And now Shamia and Drew going back and forth because Gerald is not there. And I was like, why do you care that Gerald's not there? But then I remember, see, Shamia, this is your karma. This is your get back because you spent the majority of last season fighting Portia's battle because Portia was mad that Drew was working with Dennis on the album. Which is stupid because if she's working with Dennis, that means Dennis is making money working with her. That means that's more money that Dennis can give to you in child support. So you would think that she would be happy about the situation, but no. So Shamia spent the majority of last season fighting Portia's battle, all for Portia and Drew to be cool now, and now you at odds with Drew. You see how that works? She used you to doggone trample all over Drew. And now they cool, and now you and Drew at odds. So, I hope you've learned your lesson. Don't be fighting anybody else's battle. You can state your opinion like, yeah, I think that's wrong, but like full out going, if they've done something wrong, and that you actually believe they did something wrong, not they didn't, somebody else think they did something wrong, so you jumping on the bandwagon. No, if they actually did something wrong in your eyes and your eyes only. But don't be out here fighting everybody's battles, because then eventually that person that you are fighting is going to make up with the person that you were defending, and now you the one on the out. This last little bit of scene proves that Phaedra is a liar yet again. Now, at the reunion last year, Angela stated that somebody associated with Phaedra threatened her at a Hawks game. Now, Phaedra, she will tell a lie in a minute, so you never know when she's telling the truth. But Phaedra said that she had the tapes ran and that she gonna show them. And I'm with Drew. Like, really? So you got it like that you can go to the Hawks game. You can go to the Hawks stadium or whoever stadium it was at and be like, listen here, I'm Phaedra Parks. I need to see that tape of the Hawks game. It was approximately about 8:44 in the PM on let's say April 17th of 2025, and yeah, I need to see those tapes. Okay, Miss Phaedra Parks, here is the tape. Look, because we know you like it, and we trust you, and we are this big organization. We're gonna give you this. All for Phaedra to get in the confessional, and they ask her about the tapes, and she talk about stuff. Well, I didn't look at the tapes. I just asked for them to be reviewed. Well, that's not what you said. You said you had the tapes, and you can show them. How can you show something that you don't have? Did you not think that they was gonna question you about that? And you can see like a slightness to where she was like, "Oh snap! I done got caught up in yet another lie." It's like, well, I asked for the tapes to be reviewed. And since I am Phaedra Park, I can do those things. No, that's not what you just said. You just said that you had the tapes and you can show them. How are you going to show something you ain't got? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Angela believes the things that happened last season. Because you were quick to do some stuff like that. You messy like that. And you like to lie like that. We're not going to act like this is the first time that doggone and Phaedra is told a lie about something or somebody else. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share it to your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.